This video is sponsored by Blair's Wire Bonsai Trees. For unique and personalized pieces of beauty and artwork, check out the link in the description and use coupon code BEASTLYGAMER for 10% off your order.
What's up, guys? Beastly Gamer here. Welcome to the Beastly Gamer channel. I got a question for you guys. Do you believe that there's something else other than what we see? Do you believe that there's something malignant or a force that exists on this earth that we don't see every day? Maybe pessimistic energy, something evil, something spiritual. I want to know in the comments. Now, I recently came across a movie that I implore you all to watch if you ever get a chance. It's called The Nightmare. I don't know who made it, but whoever made it, it's a documentary based on these things that have been happening to people around the world. Now, I could have actually been on this movie. I have similar stories to what these people were talking about, and even worse stories in real life than what these people were talking about. To sum it up, the summary of this documentary is people have been experiencing what they call shadow people for a number of years. And for the majority of the people, they see them when they're young. And as you get older, you see them less and less. Some of these people are having recurring situations where they see them now. And as a child, I saw this shit, okay? Now, I am totally sane. Let me say it again. I am totally sane. I'm a really smart guy. At least I consider myself that. And if I was telling myself the stories that I'm about to tell you, at least the story I'm about to tell you, I'd have some questions. So if you guys have questions, please leave them below. I saw what I thought was my mother in a house in Akron, Ohio. Back in, I want to say 84, 85. I was almost 5 years old, so I was old enough to remember. It was a very traumatic experience. And my older brother was there with me, and he remembered it too. He remembers to this day. Now, Mom was babysitting my cousins, 3 girls, and they were sharing our room. They were over on my bed, and I had to share a bed with my brother. We woke up at probably around, I'd say, 1:30 a.m., and we heard my mom downstairs. We heard loud Madonna music playing. Like a virgin. Yeah, my mom was chilling. Anyway, she was downstairs cleaning the house, and at this time, my mom and my dad, they were going through some things. All right, my dad wasn't at home. My dad was at the club, and my mom was downstairs dealing with grief and dealing with, the realization of her marriage falling apart. And we decided, my older brother said, let's go downstairs. Let's go downstairs with Mom. And I was like, okay. I looked across the room. I saw my cousins. They were all asleep in my bed. So me and my brother Joe, we got up. And we were kids, so we were already scared because it was nighttime. So we started slowly walking towards the door. And let me paint a picture. My room was directly across the hall from my mom and dad's room. Next to, and that was the end of the hall. We were at the end of the hall. Now, next to their room was a guest room, and across from the guest room was a bathroom. And right there at the bathroom was the stairs going downstairs. I went down to a landing, then turned and went down to the living room. Anyway, we opened up our door, and we were in a hallway at that point. And we looked across the hall into my mom and dad's room, and their door was wide open. And every light was off in their room, but there was something sitting there. And if you guys have ever had an experience like this, just leave it in the comments. I don't have any reason to lie. I have no reason to lie. I swear to God, I have no reason to lie. There was something sitting right there at the foot of the door. It was right there in front of us. It wasn't. If I had was the size I am now, I could have kicked the hell out of it. I probably would have. But whatever it was sitting Indian style with its legs crossed right there at the door, and it was moving like a human being. It wasn't like a static image, but it was so black that all the blackness in the room seemed like light. It's a really weird thing to say. There was something so dark that everything else around it seemed bright. I could easily tell the outline, the shape of this thing. And whatever it was, it tried to look just like my mother. Okay? So, I'm telling you from my perspective. My brother, he concurs to this day. So, it was there, and we were kids trying to figure it out. My brother was 6. And we looked at this damn thing, and right then it looked like it had something in its hands, and it looked up at us like real slow. Anyway, my brother, he's a fucking coward. He let go of my hand, and he started shooting down the stairs. I was right behind him, of course. I thought whatever this thing was was going to get me. So I was petrified. I'm screaming down the stairs, fucking up my mom's Madonna song. I think she was listening to Borderline. And we come flying down the stairs. We're petrified, terrified. And more things happen in this house. A lot of things have happened in this house. If you guys want more of this, I'll tell you. Just let me know in the comments. I'll make more videos, tell you what happened. Anyway, we went down there. We were petrified. Tears flying everywhere. Boogers dripping out of our nose. Terrified. And our mom got a piece of paper and a pencil, and she asked us to draw it. Now, I am an artist. I can actually draw really, really well. A lot of you guys don't know that, but I tried to draw it, and I was a kid, so I really didn't have any feel of realism. But I told her, I said, this pen is not dark enough. I was trying to explain to her. And I think my mom knew. Well, of course, now as an adult, I know she knew what it was because she'd seen all this crap already in the house, but she didn't want to let us know. Anyway, she let us stay down there for about a half an hour. She calmed us down by going to get us a licorice rope. It was a rope of licorice, some candy. Back in those days, that was like candy gold. It was like 1.5 feet long. It was a rope, it was thick, and it was candy, and it was delicious. So she gave us this candy, and as children, of course, we demolished it probably within 2 minutes. And she let us sit down there, and, you know, she was going through her grief with my dad or whatever. And after about a half an hour, she said, okay, boys, it's time to go to bed. And I was like, what? You know, as a child, I'm like, you cannot be fucking serious. She told us we better go upstairs, and my mom's a hardcore parent. She said if we don't go upstairs now, we're going to be more scared of her than whatever we saw. And so the mind of a child, your head, your brain is firing off on all cylinders like, oh God, what do I do? Anyway, my cowardly brother got scared of Mom real quick, so he went to the bottom of the stairs. So I followed him. I was like, oh my God, I'm looking at Mom like this is like the worst fucking ride at Universal Studios I've ever been on. I'm looking at her, she's standing like 5 feet away from us. She's got a belt in her hand. She's like, go. And I was like, oh my God. I'm thinking as a child, I wasn't saying shit. I was terror-stricken. Couldn't speak. Joe's in front of me. Of course, this cowardly bastard. Now he's a muscle-bound maniac, but he's still a coward on the inside. Anyway, he's walking up the stairs in front of me. And I'm holding his hand. And, okay, we're coming around the landing. So coming up on our left is the bathroom. Next to the bathroom is our room. Right across from our room, on the right is Mom's room. And there's a guest room to our immediate right. So everything's dark. There's no light going on. We can see the light of the walls in the hallway and the residual light coming from downstairs. And so Joe's going real slow. He looks in the bathroom, so he's able to see everything before me. Then he's like looking over. The guest room door is closed, and I'm like up against the wall, like next to his shoulder, trying to see. And so just as he saw that there was nothing at the foot of my mom and dad's bedroom floor, he let go of my hand again. Joe, I will never, ever forgive you for this. He let go of my hand again, and he just, without warning, sprinted toward our room. So, of course, I got a delayed reaction. My first reaction was mentally, what the fuck? And then, immediately after that, start running right behind him. He runs. I see him jump through the darkness toward the bed. I get halfway in the room, and our door slams on my head. I swear to you, I am not exaggerating at all. The door slammed super hard on me. It hit my head. My feet flew up in the air. And I cried immediately. I thought someone tried to kill me. My mom comes running up the stairs. Every light's on immediately. Our cousins are waking up across the room like, what the hell's going on? And I'm petrified. She picked me up. She held me. And, of course, she grabbed her rosary and started saying prayers. But whatever was in that house never left that house. I actually took a picture. I went to that house and knocked on the door before I moved to Georgia, right? In 2013, I went to that house. Nobody came to the door. They probably thought I was a big bodyguard. I saw him at the club or something, but nobody came to the door, and I wanted to ask them, had they seen anything in there, anything strange happen. But she said some prayers. We said the Lord's Prayer. She put us to bed, and that was the end of it for that night. You guys let me know. Have you ever seen one of these shadow things? I don't know if they're ghosts or demons or evil spirits or trapped human spirits. I don't know what. I actually have an idea what it is, but I'm curious as to what you guys think these things are. Have you seen anything strange as a kid? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys like the gameplay, give a thumbs up and show support. Share the video on Facebook and on social media. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'm the Beastly Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time.